Welcome to Secrets of Earth. I'm Patrick Viersma. Today, we aren't just observing an animal. We are analyzing a high-performance biological engine, one that has been refined over millions of years to solve a specific problem with a single, decisive solution. We are on the short grass plains of the Serengeti, where the margin between life and death is measured in milliseconds. And we are tracking the cheetah. While other predators rely on the strength of the pride, the stealth of the ambush, or the endurance of the long chase, the cheetah has placed a different bet. It has gambled everything: its musculature, its bone density, its body weight, even its digestive capacity, on a single, explosive variable: pure speed. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. It can accelerate from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds, faster than most sports cars. At full stride, it can reach a top speed of up to 70 miles per hour. And it achieves this not through brute strength, but through a symphony of biomechanical adaptations so precisely tuned that removing any single element would significantly reduce the whole system's performance. Today, we strip away the spotted fur and look at what is underneath: the skeletal springs, the oversized respiratory organs, the optical engineering, and the metabolic price of reaching the absolute limit of what a mammal can do on 4 legs. To understand a cheetah's speed, you have to begin with its spine and forget everything you think you know about how a running animal is built. Most cats have a relatively rigid spinal column that functions primarily as a structural platform for heavy musculature. The leopard, the lion, the jaguar, their spines are stiff support structures. The cheetah's spine is something fundamentally different. It is, in mechanical terms, a biological spring. The vertebral column of the cheetah is unusually long and flexible, with specialized muscle attachments that allow it to compress and extend through a far greater range of motion than any other large cat achieves. As the cheetah gathers itself for a bound, hind legs driving forward past the front legs, body bunching into a tight coil, the spine arches dramatically upward, storing elastic energy in the compressed muscles and tendons surrounding it. When the hind legs push off and the body extends, the spine straightens and then hyperextends below the horizontal plane. The gathered phase becomes the extended phase, adding the entire recoil energy of that spring to the push already generated by the legs. At full gallop, a cheetah completes 3 to 4 strides per second and becomes fully airborne twice during each stride. Once when all 4 legs extend outward in the extended suspension phase, and once when all 4 legs bunch beneath the body in the gathered phase. This double suspension gallop is shared with greyhounds, the only other land animal capable of matching it in architecture, if not in scale. The average stride at full speed can reach up to 25 feet, roughly 4 times the length of the cheetah's body. And twice during each stride, all 4 feet are off the ground simultaneously. For more than half of each sprint, the cheetah is not running in the conventional sense. It is flying. The ground contact phases are brief and explosive, a series of launch points, not a continuous surface interaction. This architecture explains something that surprises people. The cheetah is not particularly heavy. Its lightweight frame of approximately 125 pounds allows its muscles to accelerate faster than a heavier animal could manage. The cheetah's small head, flattened rib cage, and slender legs all minimize air resistance and frontal mass. Every design decision in the cheetah's body trades weight and strength for speed. It has given up the mass of a lion and the crushing power of a leopard in exchange for the ability to accelerate like no other land animal has ever managed. Speed in a straight line is only half the problem. The cheetah's prey, gazelles, impalas, springbok, are not running in straight lines. They are designed by evolution to survive exactly the kind of pursuit the cheetah launches. They jink, they cut, they change direction suddenly at high speed, betting the physics of momentum will work against their pursuer. The cheetah has solved this problem with two engineering features that work in tandem: the claws and the tail. Unlike every other cat on Earth, the cheetah's semi-retractable claws don't fully retract. They remain partially extended at all times, their hard, relatively blunt surfaces functioning like the cleats on a sprinting shoe. The footpads of the cheetah are harder and less rounded than those of other cats, providing additional grip. When the cheetah changes directions at high speed, driving a hind leg into the ground to redirect its momentum, these claws bite into the substrate, preventing the slippage that would otherwise send a 125-pound animal tumbling across the grass. They have traded the retractable claw silence that makes most cats effective stalkers for the fixed claw grip that makes the cheetah an effective sprinter. The cheetah hunts in daylight, at speed, and doesn't need to silently approach. What it needs is traction. The tail addresses the rotational problem. A cheetah's tail is unusually long, up to 80 centimeters, and muscular, heavier relative to the body size than the tail of any other large cat. During a high-speed pursuit, as the prey cuts left, the cheetah throws its tail to the right, not as a dramatic counterbalance in the way a tightrope walker uses a pole, but as a rapid inertial counterweight that stabilizes the body's center of mass during the directional change. Cheetahs can decelerate from 60 miles per hour to 14 miles per hour in just 3 strides, a deceleration rate that rivals braking sports cars. This ability to shorten their speed rapidly, combined with the tail-guided steering at intermediate speeds, allows them to track a prey animal through unpredictable evasive maneuvers that would cause any other predator at the same top speed to overshoot and lose the line. While the spine, the claws, and the tail address the mechanical problems of speed and control, the cheetah's success depends equally on its sensory systems. A predator that can move faster than anything else in the ecosystem but cannot track its target through that speed has no advantage. The cheetah is a diurnal hunter. It operates in the full glare of midday, under a sun that makes the savanna difficult to see across. It has developed an optical system calibrated specifically for this environment. Begin with the eyes themselves. The cheetah's forward-facing eyes provide binocular vision, overlapping fields of view that allow depth perception, the ability to judge distance precisely in 3-dimensional space. This is the visual system of a predator, not a prey animal. Gazelles have eyes on the sides of their heads to maximize peripheral detection of threats. The cheetah's eyes are positioned for precision targeting. As it accelerates from walking pace to sprint, it is tracking the specific body language of the individual animal it has selected, watching for the stumble, the change in gait, the moment of indecision that represents the optimal moment to commit. Then, there are the tear marks, those iconic black lines running from the inner corners of the eyes down to the mouth, as distinctive as the spots on the body. The most widely cited hypothesis for the tear marks is that they function as anti-glare strips, absorbing incoming sunlight the way the black grease an athlete applies under the eyes reduces solar reflection. By preventing light from reflecting off the surrounding fur directly into the pupil, the marks may help the cheetah maintain sharper focus on a distant target in high-contrast light. A secondary hypothesis suggests the marks may function like the sighting lines on a firearm, visual reference lines that help the cat align its head precisely with its target during a sprint. Both hypotheses are plausible. Neither has been definitively proven with rigorous experimental evidence. What is certain is that these marks appear in no other large cat, and that the cheetah hunts in conditions, high sun, high contrast, long visual ranges, that no other African cat routinely attempts. Whatever their precise function, the visual tracking ability of the cheetah is one of the defining assets of its hunting strategy. In the heat of a pursuit, the cheetah must continuously predict where a jinking prey animal will be in the next fraction of a second, adjusting its own trajectory in real time at 60 miles per hour. That is a sensory-motor coordination problem of extraordinary difficulty. The cheetah solves it dozens of times in a 30-second sprint. Perhaps the most surprising thing about the cheetah, an animal whose identity is built entirely around explosive physical performance, is the sound of its voice. If you were standing on the Serengeti and heard a cheetah for the first time, you would not hear a roar. You would not hear a growl. You would hear a chirp, a light, bird-like, high-pitched chirping sound, repeated in a rapid sequence that sounds more like a sparrow than the apex predator of the short grass plains. The reason lies in the anatomy of the larynx. Roaring in large cats, lions, tigers, leopards, jaguars, is enabled by a modified hyoid bone in the throat that is partly cartilaginous and flexible, allowing the larynx to shift into a configuration that produces the deep, resonant sounds associated with roaring. The cheetah's hyoid is fully ossified, hardened into bone, which locks the larynx into a fixed position, unsuitable for roaring, but which allows something else, purring, on both the inhale and the exhale, in the manner of domestic cats. What the cheetah has is not a lesser version of the roar. It is a different communication system entirely, and one that is, in its ecological context, strategically advantageous. A mother cheetah using her chirp to call her cubs out of the tall grass is broadcasting a signal that is effectively invisible to a lion's auditory processing system. The chirp sits in a frequency range that blends into the background acoustic texture of an African savanna full of birds. A pride of lions resting 200 meters away will filter it out as environmental noise. The cheetah cubs, who have learned their mother's specific chirp signature, hear it as a precise and actionable signal. This is acoustic camouflage. In an ecosystem where lions, leopards, hyenas, and wild dogs all view cheetah cubs as an available food source, and where cheetah mothers are not physically capable of defending their cubs through combat, the ability to communicate in a frequency range that apex predators ignore is not a limitation, it is a survival mechanism. The cheetah is the fastest animal on the plain. It speaks in the voice of a bird. Both of these things are, in their own ways, the solution to the same problem: surviving in an ecosystem that has more dangerous animals in it than the cheetah itself. The performance that the cheetah achieves comes with a biological cost that is as extreme as the performance itself. The sprint is an anaerobic event. At full speed, the cheetah's muscles are consuming oxygen faster than the cardiovascular system can deliver it, supplementing with anaerobic glycolysis, the same metabolic pathway that burns in a human sprinter's legs in the final 50 meters of a 100-meter dash. This produces heat and metabolic byproducts rapidly and in large quantities. A cheetah's body temperature can rise from its normal 101 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit to around 104 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit during a sustained chase, approaching the threshold above which cognitive function begins to be impaired. This thermal limit, not muscular fatigue alone, is what ends most cheetah chases. A cheetah rarely maintains top speed for more than 30 seconds, and most chases cover less than 300 meters. If the prey hasn't been brought down in that window, the cheetah typically disengages. Not because it lacks the physical capacity to continue running at moderate speed, but because continuing would push its core temperature past the threshold at which it can safely operate. Cheetahs have evolved in large respiratory organs to handle the oxygen demand of a sprint. Their lungs are proportionally larger than those of other cats of similar size. Their airways are wider, and their nostrils are expanded to facilitate maximum air intake during high-speed breathing. At full sprint, the respiratory rate increases dramatically, providing both oxygen delivery and some evaporative cooling through exhaled air. After a successful kill, the cheetah doesn't eat. It sits. It pants heavily, sometimes for 20 to 30 minutes, allowing its core temperature to return to a safe operating range before it can consume its meal. During this window, sweating and exhausted on the open ground, unable to defend itself effectively, unable to move quickly, it is vulnerable. Lions and hyenas that observe a successful cheetah hunt will approach and take the kill. This happens regularly enough that it represents a measurable portion of cheetah food loss. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. It is also one of the most fragile. It cannot fight a lion. It cannot fight a hyena. It cannot defend its kill. It cannot afford to be injured because its speed is its only insurance, and even minor leg damage is potentially fatal. It has sacrificed everything: bone density, muscle mass, defensive capability, longevity of sprint, for a single extraordinary performance window measured in seconds. It is the most extreme specialization trade-off among the large African predators, and it works most of the time. But the margins are razor thin. The cheetah is Africa's most endangered big cat, with fewer than 7,000 individuals remaining in the wild. Habitat loss, prey decline, and human conflict have compressed its available range to a fraction of its historical distribution. The animal that has spent millions of years perfecting a hunting strategy built on speed is now confronting a threat for which no biomechanical adaptation is useful. The cheetah reminds us that specialization is the most demanding path an organism can take. It has sacrificed strength, defensive capability, and endurance for one single perfect moment of velocity. It has built itself into the ultimate expression of a single variable, and in doing so, has become one of the most extraordinary things evolution has ever produced. It has also, by narrowing itself so precisely to one strategy, become one of the most vulnerable. The ecosystem it was designed for is shrinking. The speed that has carried it through millions of years of pursuit may not be sufficient to outrun the changes bearing down on it now. We share this planet with millions of stories, most of them unfolding in the silence of the deep or the shadows of the canopy. Thank you for journeying with me into the world of the cheetah. I'm Patrick Viersba. There are many secrets of Earth if you only know where to listen. I'll see you on the next horizon. Until then, follow our coordinates by subscribing to or following the show. It ensures you never miss a step into the unknown. There's always more to the story than what fits into a single episode. Before you go today, I wanted to share a few extra details about how these incredible creatures actually live. Here's what else we found. Cheetahs are the only big cat that can turn in midair. During a high-speed chase, when prey cuts sharply beneath them while they're airborne in the suspension phase of a stride, cheetahs can twist and reorient their bodies before landing, something no other large cat is capable of. This mid-flight adjustment is made possible by the same flexible spine discussed earlier, combined with the tail's inertial counterweighting happening in real time during the airborne phase, not just at ground contact. Cheetah spots are not spots. They are solid black dots of pigmented fur, and every individual has a unique pattern. Unlike leopard rosettes, which are hollow rings, cheetah markings are solid. More usefully for researchers, no two cheetahs have the same arrangement of spots, meaning individual animals can be identified from photographs alone. This has made camera trap photo identification a primary tool for population monitoring in the wild. Male cheetahs form permanent coalitions, and brothers stay together for life. While female cheetahs are typically very solitary, except when raising cubs, male cheetahs frequently form small groups of 2 to 3 individuals, almost always brothers from the same litter. These coalitions are lifelong. Males that leave their birth area together remain together until one dies. A coalition holds larger territories, has significantly higher hunting success on bigger prey like wildebeest, and is far better at defending kills from lions and hyenas than a lone male could ever be. The cheetah's chirp-based communication system helps these coalition males stay coordinated across the grass without alerting rival predators. Cheetahs have been domesticated and kept as hunting animals for over 5,000 years. Ancient Sumerians, Egyptian pharaohs, Mughal emperors, and Charlemagne all kept cheetahs as trained hunting companions. The Mughal emperor Akbar the Great alone is said to have kept over 1,000 cheetahs during his reign. Unlike most domesticated working animals, cheetahs were never bred in captivity to sustain these royal collections. They were captured from the wild as adults, which was a significant driver of their population decline long before the modern era. The Asiatic cheetah, the subspecies used most extensively in this tradition, is now critically endangered, with fewer than 50 individuals remaining, almost entirely in Iran. Thank you all for exploring with me. I'll see you next time.